It's been a little over a month since Boulder City Council started the conversation on assault weapons. Late February, elected city officials instructed city staff to explore options on a proposed ban on assault rifles, high-capacity magazines, and bump stocks. A draft of this proposed ban was presented at the April 5th council meeting by Boulder's city attorney. Hundreds gathered Thursday night for the April 5th public hearing on assault weapons. More than 150 people signed up to speak for and against the proposed ban during the more than 5-hour-long meeting. The proposed ordinance would ban both the possession and sale of assault weapons in the city. Council's goal is to minimize the risk of mass shootings and protect students in the city of Boulder. We sat down with Boulder City Attorney Tom Carr to learn more about this proposed ordinance.
One of the questions we've gotten from a lot of people is this illegal? Can the city do this? Because there's a state law that says that by its language prohibits local governments from banning guns.
However, Boulder is a home rule city, and under Colorado's Constitution, on matters of local concern, a home rule city is equal to the state. This means that the city can pass an ordinance like banning assault weapons because it's a matter of local concern.
There is some confusion out there because the language of state law seems to prohibit the city from doing this, but in fact, as a home rule city, we would assert the city has a right. Because of course, the concern is for the safety of our children, and that is a matter of intense local concern.
The proposed ban comes in the wake of the recent school shooting in a Florida high school that left 17 students and staff dead. Council decided that it was time to consider a ban on assault weapons. Between 1994 to 2004, the United States federal government had banned assault weapons in the entire country. That ban was lifted after the 10-year period.
It's important to note that the courts have said that assault weapons are not protected by the Second Amendment, as opposed to handguns. The Supreme Court said that you can't ban handguns because there's a constitutional right to self-defense, but they have excluded military-style weapons from that ban.
The proposed ban would have certain exclusions. Those exempt from the ordinance would be police officers, military members, as well as competitive shooters and anybody who has a federal arms license.
This is more concerned with the deterrent effect of having easy availability of assault weapons to people who perhaps are mentally ill or predisposed to commit some sort of horrible crime. And most of the mass killings that I've looked at, the guns were purchased legally. And that's troubling, and I think that's what Council wants to address.
Council decided that they will deliberate the measure at a future undetermined meeting and discuss next steps as to where to go next with the proposed ordinance. The proposed ban is not currently in effect.
This in any way reduces, by even the smallest measure, the likelihood that there's a mass shooting in Boulder. It will be a very important ordinance. And that's really the goal.